the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verses 1 through 3. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Con. Verse 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. Con. Verse 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutations to the Lord's hopefully elect who continue to push this gospel to wherever the Lord has driven you in these latter times. To you, Akim, I say shalom, shalom. Many miracles will accompany the mark of the beast, or the mark of the beast will be brought in by many miracles. Somewhere along the lines, and we know through the Spirit, I'm gonna find how I want to title it. But yeah, miracles will proceed the MOTB. What do I mean by that? The wicked elite will fashion, this MOTB system up so damn good, especially for you Israelites, there's going to become a normal way of life. Elon Musk, as we've always been saying, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to keep saying it, all right? The Bible says, woe to us if we preach not the gospel. Elon Musk, if he's not doing it, he's already done trial runs, all right? Human trials, even on animals, along with the people, okay? The pandemic back in 2020 and 2021 was accompanied by you people taking that jab. And fair use. I'm only saying what's going on in the news and linking it to Bible prophecy, as I'm going to get in the article that I have from endtimesheadlines.org. People took that juice, and now, you're screwed up. You say it like that. You're fucked. And they gave you a miracle in somewhat of a lower state by making you wear that mask, that tampon across your face. People are still wearing them till this day. And you people went back and got more. That was a trial run, a test, and you people fell for it. That was a miracle right there in its own. Elon Musk, as I was just saying, is performing human trials with, people that are having memory loss, spinal cord injuries, not remembering what went on in World War III. That's like World War II, World War I. You're not going to know what happened in World War III, all right, because you're going to be out of here. This right here, the MOTB, all right, will usher in the Lord destroying you people. Once you take this chip, that is it. Vietnam, people don't remember what the hell happened. Okay? Got people with Alzheimer's diseases, Parkinson's disease. You put this small grain of rice inside of the head, it can make you remember things. Okay? Or if you was in World War I or World War II or Vietnam or, any kind of battle and you lost an arm or a leg, put this chip inside of your head. It'll make you have feeling again. They showed you that on the Terminator 2 movie. When Arnold Schwarzenegger ripped that skin up off of his arm in front of the Jake and his wife, and the little kid was there too, before Sarah Connor went crazy. He pulled the whole arm off, and the arm was nothing but metal. The TR-80, what it was, a T-182. He was doing this here with his hand. Go back and watch it. All right? This is the time that we're in, man. Let me get a quick precept, man. See, the Esau wants to be the Lord, all right, on the left-handed side. But his left-handed side is weak to the men of the Lord. And Adawan Ratazah, we do not take this MOTB. You see that brother up north in New York, Amawar Gabar, you know, the brother pays Jim S. Awakening 144, said he had a dream that he saw men in great millstones standing in line to receive this karagma, man. All right? That's why Yahweh Shah said in Luke, man, pray that you be worthy, accounted worthy to escape these things, man. All right? Especially this centerpiece of prophecy, which is the MOTB. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." He wants to be like the Most High. All right? Everything the Lord does, he wants to do it on the left-handed side, but on a lower level of a frequency, because the men of the Lord have the spiritual eyes to see what he's doing. Like, oh, that, you know, it's power, no doubt about it. But it's levels to this thing, man. Isaiah 55 and 8, the Lord said, "My ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts." Esau can only go so far. This is the farthest he can go. We're putting a device inside of a human being to allegedly control them, to make them do what he wants them to do. This article that I have from endtimesheadlines.org, it states, Wells Fargo patent describes smart dust for biometric payment verification. According to a detailed LinkedIn post by Joe Petrosilli, Moodyman, Wells Fargo has secured an active U.S. patent, U.S. 11354-666 BI, heavy, that envisions a futuristic layer of biometric security using microscopic sensors known as smart dust. Let's read about it. The patent describes micro electromechanical systems, MEMS, motes, tiny dust-like particles equipped with sensors that could be released into the air during transactions to verify a user's identity in real time. Did you hear that? I'm going to read that again. The book of Revelation. That's why he wants to be the Most High. These dust particles from these devices, microplastic, can in the air. You know, Esau wants to be he's a fucking wizard, all right, a magician on the left-handed side. Okay, goes into the air, all right, and then bam, 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 all over those, you know, there with those dust particles is releasing all of your data, your information. This is another step toward the MOTB, the mark of the beast, man, where all data will be stored inside of a small grain of rice. If he's doing this right here, total control. If he's doing this right here, they're fashioning it up to where something's going to happen drastically in the earth. Famine, pestilence, civil war. And he's going to cause everyone to receive this MOTB. You're going to have to get it in order to survive. The Bible says so. No man might buy or sell. Let me read that again, man. Let me get that precept and hold it down. All right. In the 13th chapter of Revelations. And I'm also reading in the NLT. Revelation 13, and I'm going to hold it at 14. But let's read that paragraph again, because this is juicy right here. The patent describes micro-electromechanical systems, which is also noted as MEMS, motes, tiny, dust-like particles. You can see it. Let me brighten it. Spread the image. You can see it right there. See that? See those dust-like particles? All right, coming off the fingertips. Okay. It says tiny dust-like particles equipped with sensors. And me and the brother Yaquan talked about that today. We're going to do another video on it. All right. And go into this psyop. All right. This fake ass assassination attempt that Trump been going through, because their left hand is not working. The right hand represents power, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And the Lord's elect. On the left hand, you have Esau Edom. All right. Who's going to work also. Okay. The powers are at work. The Lord is working. All right. Lord controlling both sides. Esau's at work. The men of the Lord are at work. Through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that being said, Esau has the power to create these things like this, because the mind, especially of you tribes, are weak. You don't know who the fuck you are according to the Bible, so it's going to be easy for you to succumb to something like this. So they're fashioning it up. All right? They're doing you like this. Rockabye, baby. Prepping you. All right? For this day right here. The MOTB is the day of the Lord. The MOTB is the day of the Lord. Those that take it will feel fire and brimstone from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And they will be utterly burnt in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And we're going to see it too. Because the Bible says, only with thine eye thou shalt behold and see the reward of the wicked. Those that take that MOTB, we're going to stand on that sea of glass according to Revelation chapter 15. That fluorescent glass, and see you burn. It says, tiny dust-like particles equipped with sensors. I was telling the brother Yaquan on the phone today. On that movie, Enemy of the State, they bugged Will Smith while he was out having a good time with his colleagues. His clothes and suit and tie and shoes, slacks were in the locker room. The federal agents walked right in. Which one it is? This one right here. It said Mr. Dean on the locker. His name was Robert Clayton Dean. Will Smith, that is. On the movie Enemy of the State with Gene Hackman. Opened the locker. Bugged the whole coat. The tie. The shirt. Put a chip inside of all of those. The pants. The belt. Then got down to the socks. Then went even further to get down to the shoes, man. Took the down, I don't know if it was Stacey Adams or whatever kind of fucking shoes he wore. Took the heel of the shoe, all right? Popped the heel off and put the chip inside of it, put the bug inside of it, and then snapped the shoe back on. Go watch the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. Took his pen and put a chip, took the pen out, loosened it up, took it off. You got the little... and put the chip inside of there, and then screwed the pen back together. That way, everything that you had, all your entire clothing is chipped, and you're going to be transmitting all over. It's a frequency. That's why it's called a radio frequency identification device. You're going to be transmitting all over, just everything going off. Shoes, socks, belt, slacks, whatever have you, tie. You put a cap on, got that too. Your wallet. Then he wasn't able to use all his cards or anything like this, man. It shut everything off. They're going to do the same thing with the men of the Lord. But the point is, though, when it says in this article, censors, that's what they had with Will Smith on that movie. Censors. Okay? They give off locations of where you are at all times. Esau's been doing that for a various amount of years, man. More videos I'm gonna come out like this. Tiny dust-like particles equipped with sensors that could be released into the air during transactions to verify a user's identity in real time. No more need for wallets. Whenever you make a transaction, these tiny dust-like particles from a device like this is coming from Wells Fargo, all right? A biometric payment. Now you got the digital ID being enforced all over. This is a gradualism steps leading to the centerpiece of prophecy in Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18. As a matter of fact, let me read verse 14 in that chapter. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And we know this happened in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, atomic bomb attack, orchestrated from the Lord, given to who? Robert Julius Oppenheimer. That was a miracle right there. We made fire come down from heaven. That's what John saw. A nuclear bomb going up. Okay, atomic bomb that is. You got the atomic, you got the hydrogen. Now you have more advanced weapons in this period right now, which are nuclear, that is super powered up on steroids / hypersonic missiles. That's another. I gotta pump these videos out, man. I'm gonna do a video on that too. All right. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. This is how you're going to deceive the masses of the people. Wow. Actually, dust particles coming up in the air that's transmitting, giving out sensors to identify who a person is. Name, age, race, job location, how many kids, where he went to school at, what he's going to do in the near future. He wants to be the Lord, like I said, like I read in Isaiah 14 chapter. How can you be able to know what someone is planning to do in the near future? Right? And go get this article on your own time, and I'm gonna repost this in our chat. All right, and it's a couple of highlighted points that I'm gonna point out for brothers to look at, because you can do it's one highlight in here just alone. You can do a video on. All right, with that number 666 in here, man. That's a video on its own. And once again, fair use, fair use. I'm only saying what's going on in the Bible or in the news and linking it to Bible prophecy. All right. This technology aims to create an invisible, multi-layered authentication shield for banking and payments, potentially transforming how identity is confirmed at point of sale, terminals, or through mobile apps. What? This technology aims to create an invisible, won't be able to see it, multi-layered authentication. Your access has been granted and it won't be visible. Basically, shield for banking and payments, potentially transforming how identity is confirmed. So it won't be no more for identity thefts. It says what? Potentially transforming how identity is confirmed. So it won't be no more of, let me see your ID. And it won't be no more of that. It will be invisible verification through a transaction. Sensors. Man. At point of sale, terminals, or through mobile apps. Heavy. I can go on and on with this, man. All right. It's a lengthy article, man. Might do a part 2 on this, man. All right. This is where we at in Bible prophecy. It says, Con, and deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. This article right here, this right alone is miracles. Remember, the Bible says in Psalm 55, his words were smoother than butter, but wars in his heart. It's a war for you people, for you tribes, you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's a war for your mind. Esau wants to have your soul. Yahweh said, fear not him that can kill the body, but fear both him that can kill the body and soul. The Lord can destroy you and the soul. And he's going to destroy your ass if you take this chip. I'm going to do a part 2 on this, man. All right? This is heavy. And then I'm going to go into the 16th chapter of Revelation where it shows you the torment that's going to happen to you people if you take this MOTB. All right? That's what I'm going to do. And deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And I'm going to say this for the record. Rome was never, taken out. It was just wounded. It was just wounded. Or let me say it this way, it never failed. Technically, it never failed. It was, the Bible telling you, you look at secular history, it was wounded. All right? I'm going to do a video on that, going into the last emperor of Rome in 476 AD. Odysseus. Okay? Now Rome is back in America. All right? 2.0. This is Babylon the Great. America comes out of Great Britain. That's in the 17th chapter of Revelations. Got to do another video on that too, man. All right? Speaking of America being the 8th. Comes out of Great Britain. This is where we at, man. All right? Miracles will usher in the MOTB. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakadash, the book of Revelations in the NLT, because I said I was going to get it. The water Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The book of Revelations, chapter 13. Verse 16 through 18 in the NLT. He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or in the forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark. Which was, you're not going to be able to do this. See, this is leading up to the actual charagma going inside of the hand or forehead. But even with these things right here, what I'm reading out of this article right now will be the steps, the gradual steps leading to that event. Because now you don't need no ID or anything. Even the real ID, you don't need none of that, man. Everything's going to be digital, man. Everything going on with Iran is leading to the collapse of the society, which will usher in the CBDC, a digital currency, and a digital currency will link with the MOTB because everything digital will be inside of their little C-hip. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Verse 18, wisdom is needed here. That's a video on his own. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Abab Abal, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom Makiyam, Shalom.